Hello everyone, time for another video. We had a storm here in north central North Carolina a few days ago, and thank God we didn't have any major damage here, but we had quite a few sticks down. We got those up today. We added this new hole for the pond cover, the shade cloth, one over there too. I was debating on whether to make it decorative, but I kind of was not wanting to do too much, and so I really like this brown. This is one that we had that's weathered, along with that one too. And of course I had to put something blue on it, this birdhouse. This yellow rope isn't going to stay. We're still figuring out, as you can see how it's tied to the ramada, figuring out the best positioning for that end on the ramada. We'll see. It's a beautiful day. The storm did get that flamethrower redbud tree. The lower branches are gone. But when I got it, I was curious about cutting them anyway, but decided to leave them because it really wasn't a good place to cut. So nature decided for us. The asparagus bed is still doing quite well. Jamie, who helps us with the pond filters every 2 weeks, has started cleaning the filters up here in the asparagus bed to get more water here. As you can see, we've got a lot of trees here, and they take up all the lion's share of the water. The blueberries have been very tasty. Didn't get many this year. I want to work on a more permanent frame for the strawberries. I took the cover off. They've stopped producing. So I'll find something. I think what I'm going to do is make a 2x2 frame and put chicken wire around the bottom and just a net over the top. I think that'll work. Nothing too big of a production, you know. I did put out some pine needles today. Oh, we had a baby bluebird who had fledged and not quite where it needed to be. So it was on the ground, but I think it'll be good. The parent was still nearby. Oh, here is where I put some of the plant that I got from succulent plants we got from the Walmart. 10 plants in a container for 5 plants in a container for $10. They've done quite well. Very pleased, especially for the price. I ended up planting some thyme here, 3 pieces there, and then 2 here. I hope they make. I amended the soil with Bacto, so I've got high hopes. You know how I think about Bacto. Here are some alum, and Theresa said, oh, they're going to go gangbuster and reseed, and I hope they do. I know they look like onions. I like that. And here is moss from last year. It survived, one of the few. We got the wood store finally cleared up. The fire pit area looks nice and clean too. This is really nice. Added a second part for kindling because I realized that the pile that I had left was full of insect larvae and eggs, and I was like, I can't move it now. And so, I don't know about your house, but here at our house, we have had a lot of fireflies. That is one specific benefit of leaving a pile of deadfall. I planted this hellebore, I think last fall. Might have been this spring, honestly, I don't know. But I just mulched that. with pine needles. Very good. And I think I have found a new trick. Super excited to share. So sometimes I don't get everything done that I wanted, and I left, you see these two fresh bales of pine needle. I left 2 bales of pine needle against this tree over winter, and I thought, well, I'm mulching the Gila borer, and that's a monkey grass, larapi, in there to move out. So I needed a little bit more, and I went to move it over there. Lo and behold, there was a huge black salamander underneath. So of course I had to leave what I could of that to keep him undisturbed. But wow, I'm going to try that again. A couple of bales of pine needles. I'm not sure where I'll put them. I think maybe one here, back behind this tree. So wonderful to see. You know how I love the wildlife here. 2 more bales, pine needles over here to be spread. We've left the limbs in the natural area. I may or may not mulch over them this year. I will show you the flamethrower pansy. Here's a view of the shade cloth from here, and honestly I would prefer the cloth on the larger Ramada, but I think it's gonna have to be on the smaller Ramada to the left, just because the amount of shade that it provides or does not provide. So we'll see. I'm gonna cut a little bit more off of this flamethrower now that these limbs have been removed. Oop, there you go, you can see them. I think I'll limit up some in the back. So as you can see, they were quite large limbs, but that's okay. That'll work. I do like tree form for most plants or trees. You know, a lot of times you'll see certain trees, some dogwoods, that can do a bush form. But I want to share this before I go further. Here are 3 candy tuft, 4 candy tuft, doing very well. Hopefully I'll be able to share with you next spring how lovely they are. Here are some columbine. Let's see if we can see shaking. You might be able to hear it. And these lilies. So lovely. So I wanted to share a beautiful day today. If anybody has questions, just drop them in the comments. If you want seeds, if you'd like a few plants, if you're local and like to come and visit, give me a holler. And always, please like the video, if you do, and share it with others. Anybody you think that would enjoy seeing our nature preserve here. So peaceful.